Alrighty, folks, Mr. Cody Davis and I had so much fun brainstorming the event at RRAT number 4, where we're going to have 50 teenagers. I actually want to have him help me brainstorm my next book idea. Yes, book number 3 is in the early stages of working on it. And I want to share it with you, share it with him, and really see where we can get this thing to go. Cody, how's it going this morning?
It's going, and I will say, as someone who hasn't read a lot, I am excited to help you craft this idea, because
Awesome.
A good book is worth reading.
There you go. So again, the idea, I want to give credit where credit was due, and I have to go find the post. Mark has it, so I'll get it from him. But somebody said, basically, Zuber, why don't you write a book about people that have won belts in your community, which I think is an interesting idea. And really, it goes around the idea that I've been working on called the Everyday Wealth Builder, right? This hat that I now wear a lot. And I really want to kind of blend those two stories together, because my vision of this next book is, kind of storytelling like the original One Rental at a Time was, but then blending in other stories or profiles. So, I think there's some blocking and tackling of like, what is an everyday wealth builder? How do you build wealth? Those things. But then I want to sprinkle in, or maybe even feature, I haven't worked on it yet, so your help is warranted. I don't know if I do chapters on different people, or I do like profiles, like 3 or 4 page profiles. But, I want to bring 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 people who have won a belt, right, as their criteria, and get them in this third book. So I'll stop there and let you ask questions.
What is your desired reaction from someone who's going to read the book?
I want them to have the same experience they did reading One Rental at a Time, but in a broader context. Because wealth building, I now believe, could be done lots of different ways. It doesn't have to be, one rental at a time, my journey. It could be lots of other journeys. So my hope is, I think building wealth is a formula. It's 3 steps, and I'll share that. But then I want to highlight 15 or 20 other different people with different stories at different points of their journey. Because what I want the reader to say is basically one of 2 things. I can see myself in them, or, oh my God, if they can do it, I can do it. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
So the desired takeaway is that any reader, so that, like, I think about when you're on a podcast, someone says, well, you had this big income, I can't do it because I don't have that. You want people to relate the mission and like the steps to their own situation, because X person didn't have that salary, or this person was self-employed, or that's your goal.
Yeah, because again, building wealth is, again, I do think building wealth is a formula, but everybody comes to the formula with different ingredients. And, Mark, the financial firefighter, to take one example, right? He did it his way. You started after you graduated high school, as an example. PTO for life. They've done like 9 or 10 house hacks, right? So I would love people to read this and, again, see themselves, because you're right. Sometimes, people read my story or they hear me on a podcast and we're like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not XYZ. But if I have 15, 20, or 30 other people in there, you can't really say that.
Right. Have you considered key topics you want everyone to address in their chapter?
That, not yet. I again, this is why I want to brainstorm it. So, first off, I think there's got to be 5. So first off, I'm only going to ask people to put their first names, because I don't want anybody to get, I don't want everybody to put their first and last name, maybe last initial, if they're uncomfortable. But then they got to do a bio, like, married, 2 kids, single, I'm a firefighter, or what profession they're in. Like, there's got to be kind of like probably a set of questions. Then it's going to probably be, what'd you do before you heard One Rental at a Time, or whatever, before you started? Where are you at right now? What are your lessons? Like, also, where are you in the 10-year journey? Like, some people are at year 5, some are at year 7, like, have that story. Those are some things for sure, I think, because I think there has to be some consistent variables in everybody's story, and then, you know, after that is kind of like their chapter or the message they want to deliver, I think.
Yeah, I think like, at what point did you realize it was working?
Right.
Hearing
Exactly.
that would be beneficial, because there's people that are going to say, well, I realized it was working in year 2 because now I'm house hacking and I'm not paying rent. Or I realized it's working because I finally have enough income to match my job. You know,
Right.
asking a question like that could be beneficial. So people realize, oh, the average is 4 years to realize it's working. Like, I just have to do the steps for 4 years or 5 years or 2, whatever the statistics are going to prove in that book.
Yeah, maybe what your average income was. Again, I think that's a big thing. You know, mistakes you made, right? Again, I think again, part of being featured in any book I put out is going to be acknowledging the mistakes, because this is not all rainbows and unicorns. There are, you know, roses have thorns. So again, I think anytime you can help somebody by sharing a lesson learned, maybe it prevents somebody else from doing that. You know,
I
the
have a
whole.
feeling.
Go
Oh,
ahead. Go.
I have a feeling at the end of the book, it would be wise to have a section, even if it's just a 1-pager, that shows the statistical averages amongst the people you have in it. So,
Okay.
like, let's say you have 10 people and the average time it took to realize it was working was 4 years. You could lay out all the statistics, like the name, this is what they said, and this is the average.
Okay.
And you could have a 1-pager of these statistics that you want to represent. Like, what do you want to show? And some, like, it'll have to represent One Rental at a Time brand, but you could figure out what's really important to this brand, and then pinpoint a few questions so that you can actually get averages from your community.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. All right. And then what do you think about, you know, think about a book, you know, having, I don't know, we'll just say 10 for a minute, 10 chapters on, you know, maybe they're 5, I don't know how long they'd be, 5 or 6 pages, maybe 8 pages of just like, let's pretend you're in the book. Cody Davis gets a chapter, right? There's the 10 or 12 basic questions, you know, married, no kids, started at 18, right? All that stuff. And then, you know, Cody gets to write, you know, 4 or 5 pages. Do you think I need to say, like, answer these questions? Do you think, because I could do that, but then I have to rely on other people writing, which is not always a good idea. Or what I could do is I could get like 10 questions, and then you and I just do an interview like this, and then I take the transcript and I use that to kind of answer the questions. What do you think about, you know, a Cody Davis chapter? What would you want to be in there?
My idea is you should come up with your questions. You should interview these people. You should have an unlisted YouTube for the interview.
Yep.
And you should write, I would recommend you write the summary paper based off of your interview.
Yeah.
And then link it.
I like that. Oh, link it. Yeah, I like that tweak.
So people can actually watch the content that sparked your ideas, but that way you're putting your perspective on their story, because you're going to think about it differently than they might think about presenting it, but you can get the takeaways.
And it stays in my voice, kind of, as opposed
Correct.
to.
Yeah, you can keep it in your voice, but linking it in the book, I think, would be cool. And you could do that with like a QR code, even to the YouTube.
Oh, getting fancy now. Okay. Yeah, I like having it unlisted, but putting the link in there. That way they could click on it, or, you know, whatever, type it or whatever, and actually go back and watch the actual interview. Because I would guess the interview would have 2 or 3x the content that actually ends up in the book. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that idea. But and then you think I should come to these interviews? So I should probably look at everybody who's won a belt, create a list. I need to create like a standard form that everybody fills out, you know, married, no kids, you know, whatever those lists are, income, stuff like that. Where are you in the journey? And then set up interviews where I ask kind of 10 questions, and then I use that transcript to build that person's chapter. Am I kind of
Yeah.
summarizing that?
Yeah, you could put the transcript down on a piece of paper, read through it, come up with your ideas. And if you have follow-up, you could always ask them, but
Yeah.
then you can at least have the video content as an extension of the book. So it takes it one step further.
Yeah. And again, thinking just out loud here for our school community, I could give them early access if they're in school, for example. Just always thinking of how to provide more value to school. Okay. I like that.
And you might be able to create turn all those videos into a audiobook, clip the audio and create the actual audiobook.
Okay. All right. What else? What else? You know, again, do you like this idea, or is this just a waste of time and I should go back to the drawing board?
No, I wouldn't scrap this. If you want to hit the stated mission of this lasting longer than you do, then I think more is better, and making it more applicable, making it more relatable. I've never had a W-2, so I can't really relate to people with W-2, and there's going to be people like that out there. So,
right.
And there's going to be more financial firefighters. There's going to be more people who invest at a distance, more lazy investors. Like having these talking points makes it a lot more applicable to folks, and that's what will help it last.
And no, I agree with all that. That's what excited me about this, because again, to me, it's another way for me to grow the community. Because when I look at this, if it's done right, in theory, I could do one of these a year, in theory, right? Think about our event, our live event. Every live event, I give away 15 to 20 belts. And every year there could be a book there, because everybody's story is so different. And this could really become just a series of everyday wealth builders, because everybody's story is unique. But again, I fundamentally believe the ingredients are the same. Create disposable income, become elite, do it for a decade. But everybody does their magic different.
Yeah. And what if, because you have the content, you create an event booklet, a one rail at a time, 4 booklet. These are all the speakers. These were their main talking points. Even if that's only exclusive to the school community, now it's another value add. Mm-hmm. And it's a summary of things that maybe people couldn't show up to. Yeah. Because you can watch the video, but if you could put those takeaways into your own words or something like that, that would be cool.
All right, folks, in the comments below, A, let us know if we're on to something. B, who do you want in the book? I'd love to get your guys' feedback on who you want in the book. And then what am I missing, right? This idea feels good. It feels right, but I got to tell you, it does feel like I'm missing. Like there's one more piece. It's like my puzzle is almost complete, but it feels like I got one piece left to snap in, and I don't know what that is yet. But I'm going to keep working on this, because this feels like the right idea to me.
I mean, it could be, why are you part of the community? Why do you have interest in being in this book? Yeah. What is your goal now based on where you're at?
Yeah.
How has giving back become part of your life? Like something like that.
I like it. Okay. I'm going to keep working on this. I think I'm going to start working on the questions. And I'm going to use you as a guinea pig. So just so you know, you're in book number 3. Just so you know.
All righty.
All right.
I'll be there. Yeah, and then having that statistical analysis on the back end as a numbers guy, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
The biggest question that I would propose to you is, how can you make someone who doesn't like to read the book? That's going to be a figure out, that's going to be something you're going to have to figure out. But the only book I ever really enjoyed reading, the only one, was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I don't know what he did. I still don't like to read books. Yeah. So that would be the question. How could you make me want to read the book?
I will go back. I actually have that book. I guess it's in Vegas. I will. Yeah. There's something there. I agree with you. I don't know if it's his simple tone or his writing, his storytelling. There's something there that definitely keeps you engaged. I think I've read that book 100 times. So, okay. All right. Anything else you want to poke at, kick at, push around with this?
We could try and get the biggest learning lessons from each year in the 10-year journey. So like, what did you learn in year 1, year 2, and that might be too long of a section. But if you could figure out how to organize that, maybe you do it at the 1 year, the 5 year, the 10 year, or something like that. But I know for a fact the takeaways I got in the beginning were not as valuable necessarily as the ones I got a little further down the road.
Okay.
But I still had to get started. So
right. Yeah. All right, folks, let us know in the comments. This idea is very much still in its infancy. It's lots and lots of rough edges. I'm going to keep pushing on it because I think there's something here, but I would appreciate your feedback, thoughts, suggestions, questions. Put them in the comments below. Anything you put out there may help jog something. Again, I do think we're missing at least 1, perhaps 2 puzzle pieces to complete this, but it feels right. But it also feels incomplete. So if you can help me out, that would be great. Cody, closing thoughts, and where can they find you?
Well, I'm excited to read the book. At least I will for sure read that one. And folks can find me on my YouTube page, Cody Davis Business Adventures.
Thanks, family. Take care.
Thanks.